Hi there, Brian Carroll here from interviewtrainingmelbourne.com. Are you someone who gets overly nervous and overly anxious at the prospect of a job interview? Now, if so, you are not alone. There are many people, in fact, I would say the majority of people do get nervous with interviews. So, what can you do to manage, and I won't say eliminate, but let's say manage that nervous feeling? Here's 5 ideas that just might help. Now, the first one is keep perspective. Yes, the interview is important for you, and yes, you want to do well, but never for one moment start thinking that your whole life's happiness and your whole career well-being depends upon this one single event. I mean, that's nonsense. There will always be other opportunities and other options that will eventually present themselves for you. So yes, of course you want to do well, but look, if it doesn't work out, there will be a tomorrow, and there will always be other jobs and other interviews. The second point is accept that nervousness. Accept that it's okay to be feeling a little nervous and a little anxious. You know, if you were completely devoid or free of nervousness and you weren't feeling any anxiety, there is a risk that you could become complacent about the whole process. That nervous energy is very likely galvanizing you and motivating you to invest time, thought, and effort in preparing for the interview. So accept it and also recognize within yourself that, look, the real likelihood is that every other candidate who is presenting at the interview will also be feeling nervous. So don't expect or don't think to yourself that you should be totally free of nervousness. We're just talking about managing that nervousness, accepting it's okay, and perhaps even within yourself redefine your view of that nervousness, and instead say to yourself you're feeling excited about the challenge, excited about the opportunity. The third idea that might help you manage some of that nervous feeling is remember to breathe. Take good quality deep breaths. Push that diaphragm out as you breathe in. So whilst you're in the foyer waiting to be called for the interview, remember, take some deep quality breaths that will really bring you to the moment, bring you focus and help with clarity of thought. Too often what is triggering the nerves and anxiety is the mind racing around. What if I don't get it? What if they ask me this question? What if things don't work out? What if I have a blank mind? You know, it's all of these what ifs with the mind racing around that can escalate our anxiety. So by taking some good, slow, deep breaths while we're in the foyer waiting to be called, that deep breath will bring us back to the moment rather than the mind racing around and imagining things that may not happen. Also, even during the interview, remember to take regularly good quality deep breaths. That helps to slow you down. You're asked a question, take a breath before you answer. You finish your answer and you're waiting for the next question. The interviewers are either looking at each other or looking down at their notes. Whilst you're waiting, take a deep quality breath. Get oxygen to the brain and allow the brain to have clarity of thought. The final idea is if the interviewer is someone who projects a poker face, one of those, and they give you nothing, then don't misinterpret that expression as disapproval or dissatisfaction with yourself, because misinterpreting their demeanour may simply trigger further anxiety and further doubt within yourself. Instead, try and recognise that for that interviewer, the chances are that that's just their concept of being neutral. Um, and that demeanour is something that they will be doing with all candidates. So try to free yourself, release the need for approval and encouragement from the interviewer. And just in closing, uh, I just want to say know when to finish. I almost didn't know when to do that myself. But recognize when you've answered the question and you've said enough, you pause, you take a moment, just see if there's anything else in the brain. And if there's nothing, just give the interviewer a nod. Let them know that you've finished. Sometimes we get nervous when we think we're finished, and the interviewer is still looking at us, and we start getting nervous thinking that there's something else that we should be saying, whereas they're just waiting. They don't want to interrupt us. So when you finish your response, take a moment, just go within, take a breath, just check, is there anything else that you want to add? And if there's nothing, give the interviewer a nod, a signal, and let them know that you've finished, and then they'll move on to the next question. And talking about finishing, that's my time to finish here. Thanks for your time. I wish you good luck at the interview. Again, if I could just remind you, remember, take those deep breaths, keep perspective, realize confidence comes from feeling well prepared, and recognize it's okay to be feeling a little nervous. It's unrealistic to expect that you are going to be totally free of any nerves for an event that has significance. But remember, there'll always be a tomorrow. There'll always be other opportunities and other options that will present themselves to you. Thanks for your time. Hope I see you next time. If you want more interview tips, have a look at interviewtrainingmelbourne.com. Bye for now.